Welcome everyone to yet another episode of Metaphor Refantazio manga, where it's time talking about, the next chapter of Metaphor Refantazio. And this time we are talking about chapter 5, where we are now moving forward with an ordeal of, joining the tournament for the. And the chapter starts with them securing the spot for, the Tournament of the Thrones, talking about how they need to get a bounty and prove themselves worthy to move on with a tournament, so to speak, as they need to take a bounty that is the most dangerous, so to speak. And for whatever reason, Stroll decides that he should just take a bounty about an ex-royal knight instead of, large monster beast like the human that destroyed the capital back several chapters back. And during that, you see the commotion about how people are just I missed that one, this one, in terms of and you get. They also mention the problem that they have when it comes to their transportation, in which they need a gauntlet runner, which is essentially a royal, how should I say, a royal transportation method made for them with a ton of cash. And they are sure Stroll is a former noble, but he doesn't have the cash to build an estate in the capital level of cash. And but we are then introduced to Nuras, which is Rin's former gauntlet runner engineer, which clearly shows a passion for, his work. When we see him meeting up with Hulkenberg, here in the chapter, he comes off more as, he's still a goofy Nuras, but he is more, I wouldn't, there are even more eccentric than in the game in terms of the introduction, but maybe that's just me. Then after we see him being introduced a bit short, we see the diva, Yuna, who sings in in this introduction for the tournament sequence that they have before the race goes on. And maybe it's just because I have replayed this game for Naga knows how many times, but I could hear the song that she was singing as soon as he started this. Started is the wrong term, but showed off the scene in general, which is, I had told Jamie about it, and that makes sense. Anyway, and then we have a short, brief explanation for the readers, in this case, about how the tournament is going to go about, told from the speaker Batlin, which is a character that you will know more of later down the line. That's all I'm gonna say. And he introduced everyone that is competing in the race, and they are quick, precise, and show off how the different characteristics of every member. Some gets more spotlights than the others, sure, but they are you can easily get a grasp of everyone. That is the Nura's entrance before they moving on, and that was one of my favorite scene, or should I say, cut scene in the game, and they did that scene perfectly. The interaction between the characters with how they are. It's not anime. It's considering it's a manga, but drawing them being more as expressive as everything else is just a pure joy, and the art still continues to amaze me. This is how I know I've said it before, and I say it again. This is how you make a manga adaptation so far. Yes, it's not one-to-one. But then again, no manga adaptation I've read is one-to-one. Heck, stuff like some have even taken away stuff. Like this is the one that took away the mining mission, or whatever you want to call it, and all that. Yes, and how Will and Stroll got his archetype. I got a brain freeze there first, but the essence is still here, and I love it for it. And like I said, the art continues to amaze me, surprise me. Have you guys continue read the adaptation? If so, have you played the game beforehand, or are you going in as a manga only? Love to hear your thoughts about the manga so far. Have it awesome, y'all. Peace.